Labour leader Keir Starmer had a blazing row with Jeremy Corbyn loyalist Ian Lavery as the party looked to settle a coherent position on Brexit, a book claims. Sir Keir has overseen the Labour Party's rapid revival in the polls after the disastrous 2019 general election. Under Jeremy Corbyn's leadership, Labour bagged its worst electoral result since 1935. Brexit was the problem. That is a view almost unanimously agreed upon by left and right. As with any election, myriad factors contributed to the Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, securing such a huge majority, but Labour's failure to inspire loyalty from either Leavers or Remainers was the defining issue of their 2019 disaster. Since then, Sir Keir, quite understandably, has done all he can to move on from Brexit and take the debate forward. Even after the government attracted widespread condemnation when Northern Ireland Secretary Brandon Lewis admitted the Internal Market Bill breaks international law, Sir Keir was keen to avoid confrontation on Brexit and did not twist the knife. He said, "We have left the EU, and therefore the arguments about leave and remain that tore us apart for years are over. I am very clear, therefore, that what's now in the national interest is getting a deal. We need to get a deal and we need to move on." However, the former shadow Brexit secretary has not always been so tight-lipped and is widely seen as having been a key architect in Labour's slide towards backing a second referendum before the last election. Ever since the historic 2016 vote, he has always maintained that the will of the people must be respected, but that has failed to stop Mr. Johnson calling him a Remainer lawyer. This perception appears to have taken hold within Labour circles, too, as reported in Gabriel Pogrund and Patrick Maguire's new book, Left Out. Mr. Pogrund and Mr. Maguire note that, in the run-up to the Labour Party conference in 2018, the shadow cabinet was fragmenting on Brexit. They write, Mr. Corbyn's position had been not to take one, so as to ensure the shadow cabinet and his own inner circle were united around the same one, whatever it was. But as then Prime Minister Theresa May was finalising her proposed withdrawal agreement with the EU at the time, this approach was beginning to wear thin and his oldest allies were wobbling around him. The book continues, once a strident Eurosceptic, Diane Abbott had mellowed with the times and took the same line as another Europe and voters and Labour activists in her constituency. The Brexit vote of 2016 was the result of a racist, right-wing project that all good progressives should resist. The impact a Tory Brexit would have on migration weighed particularly on Ms. Abbott.